Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, has, I'm pretty sure, officially lost it. Hey everyone, my name's Christian Verstappen, and I have a lot to say about many things. I want to talk about the decline of Kanye West, now going by Ye. It all started, or at least really took off, in October of this year, 22, in which Kanye tweeted, seemingly out of nowhere, "I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. The funny thing is, I actually can't be anti-Semitic because black people are actually Jew also. You guys have toyed with me and tried to blackball anyone who ever opposes your agenda." Since then, Kanye has just been on the circuit talking all kind of crazy shit about Jews, pushing all kinds of conspiracy theories about the Jewish question and all these different things, basically outright denying the Holocaust, praising Nazis even, and to the point where it's all come to a head where he recently did an interview. I'll see if I can find it real quick here too. He recently did an interview where he was on the Tim Pool's podcast, the Timcast, in which this occurred. Now, for the uninitiated, the unaware as to exactly what's been happening for Kanye, look, he's had a lot of shit go on recently, and he is definitely pretty clearly very mentally unwell. He needs help, and he needs support from proper people, but the wrong kind of people have gotten involved with him, and he's allowed himself to get involved with them. I mean, you saw a lot of it even beginning throughout the former President Trump's run, with Kanye really toting "Make America Great Again," "White Lives Matter," all this different stuff. And we've been seeing the decline of Kanye as a person more and more. Recently, this occurred.
They tried to lock me up. That's what, because every time I'm just holding stride, and it's like, I thought I was more Malcolm X, but I find out I'm more MLK, because as I'm getting hosed down every day by the press and financially, I'm just standing there. And when I found out that they tried to put me in jail, it was like a dog was biting my arm, and I almost shed a tear, almost, but I still walked in stride through it. Yeah.
I think they've been extremely unfair to you.
Who was they though? We can't say who they is,
corporate
can we?
press. I'm not using I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking
It is
about
them, though, isn't it? I mean, because
So here's another thing. One of the people that Kanye's been palling around with, this guy here, Nick Fuentes, who you're more than welcome to look up information about him. I don't feel like going into him specifically right now, but he is a self-proclaimed actual Nazi. Like, he actually is a Nazi, a white supremacist, the whole the whole ball game. That's I can't do it. Can't do his voice right now. I'm trying to do Trump's, his little 2 Corinthians thing. That's the whole ball game. There you go. No, he is. He's like, yeah.
because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018,
What do you mean it's not?
Kanye went on this Ye or Ye. Is it Ye or Ye? I'm not Ye, I guess. Is it whatever? He went on this podcast show with Tim Pool, and Tim Pool has a myriad of different people on. He's actually hosted a debate that Hunter Avlon was on, as well as a debate that Vosh was on. I think he's hosted 2 debates, I think, with Vosh. He's hosted debates with Destiny, a bunch of people. But I do tend to, I'd say, dislike Tim Pool the least as far as all the conservative people go. However, Ye, Nick Fuentes, and Milo Yiannopoulos all flew to this studio, Tim Pool's studio, in order to do this podcast. And what we find here is that he can't help himself. And if you think this is bad, just wait a minute.
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how about, are you leaving?
Are you afraid of the press?
He's gone.
He's walking off because he is insistent that they, who keeps attacking him, are Jewish people. He has been completely anti-Semitic, completely, like I said, pushing conspiracy theories, and very much fallen into them. Just full stop at this point.
I'll say it right now. You guys want to bring that stuff up, and then
Have
think
the
we're not going
discussion.
to have a conversation.
Have the discussion.
Like you think Ye's going to come in here and say, "Here's my pain, here's my suffering." I'm going to say, "I hear you," and then he's going to say, "And it was Jewish people," and I'm going to be like, "Okay, but don't you consider?" It's like, I'm not going to do this. I refuse.
Go, make sure he's cool.
All right, go for it.
So now he had to go be handled by Milo and Nick to make sure he's all right. But if you think that's bad, because I figured that was probably going to be the last of it, at least for a bit. Then, I don't know if this video that I even found, this is on Daily Kos, K-O-S, I'm not quite sure what that is, but he went on Alex Jones's podcast as well, Alex Jones's show, and actually, it looks like Daily Kos. Okay. Yeah, Daily Kos might actually be good at calling out people like Fuentes here. This is good. Yeah, there's even a boast about dinner with Trump, but hints he may back Ye's candidacy. Ye's talking about running for president. Jesus Christ. Imagine him as president. A record of hate. Fuentes praises Hitler, spews bigotry, promotes Christian nationalist dictatorship. We could absolutely look into these, but again, all of this comes to a head with this most recent event where Ye was on the Alex Jones InfoWars show. For those that don't know Alex Jones, this is a man who basically has become extremely infamous in the last several years because he really pushed the narrative that the Sandy Hook school shooting was fake, that it was done by the parents were paid actors, the kids were still alive, all these different things, and it put the kids through a whole bunch, or sorry, not the kids sadly were actually murdered. It put the parents who were trying to grieve the loss of their kids through a whole bunch of scrutiny, like they had people in their communities coming up to them and were like, "Oh, quit faking," while they were trying to grieve their dead children. They had people coming up to them and saying, "Oh, you're deep state, you're this, you're that." And here's the thing: all of those phrases, like deep state, or when people talk about George Soros, or a new one I've learned about today, actually, that we'll get to in a moment. All of these are JQ, Jewish question, talking points, but they're dog whistles. The issue that people like, I really don't know what to think about Tim Pool specifically as far as if he really condones this stuff or where he really stands, to be honest with you. I just don't know enough about him, I guess. But the issue that people like we're going to see Alex Jones has in a minute is not so much that Kanye is saying what he's saying. It's that, it's not that they disagree with it's not that they disagree with Ye on his beliefs and what he's purporting. They don't want him to give the game away. So we'll get to exactly what I mean here. What I was going to say, though, I don't know. I thought this was from some like no-name website. I don't know. They have 20.2 thousand subscribers, so 81 comments. Okay, yeah, maybe it's legit and it won't get taken down. I was a little concerned that this video would get taken down because you'll find out. You'll see. A little worried my own might actually on this, to be honest with you.
Here today is to offer the First Amendment, because as long as you're not carrying out violence against someone or asking people to be violent, like the left's asked people to burn down cities and attack Republicans and celebrate Rand Paul and Scalise being shot and attacked.
Funny that he says that, because I just did a video about this where I explicitly disavowed any kind of doxing or threats and physical violence or otherwise to people that you disagree with politically or otherwise. I literally just recorded it before this, so it's not up at the time of recording, but yeah.
Then you have your free speech. And when the left came out in the last 10 years and really accelerated the last 5, 6, it said white people are inherently evil because of the color of their skin, and that somebody who moved here as a kid from Poland, they're supposed to pay reparations for what people did hundreds of years ago in this country. It's a divide and conquer strategy. I'm not getting into the reparations debate. I'm saying the groups pushing reparations are trying to cause division. And so...
No. It's actually to do the opposite of cause division. It's to bring people together. See, basically what the concept of reparations comes down to is this. Black people specifically have been marginalized for so long on racial grounds. So the idea is to fix that issue by essentially giving them what they're owed and what has been taken away from them in a certain way. Now, there are issues with how you actually go about doing reparations. Like, are we going to do, like how would you actually go about that logistically? That's a discussion for another day, though. But the idea of even entertaining it is something that people like Alex Jones do not want to even entertain because, well, they're white supremacists. I mean, there's not really much more to it. You know, this idea that basically, hey, it's not my fault. I was born the right skin color. You know, that's essentially. But this idea as well that white people are evil. That or I should say, this idea that progressive people, the left, as it were, is pushing forth this notion that white people are evil, just isn't true. And it's definitely a fear-mongering talking point that I myself, when I was more to the right, used to believe. This idea that, oh, it's bad to be white, essentially, just isn't true. The idea is acknowledging, and I've talked about this before too. I have certain issues with the phrasing of certain things like white privilege and stuff like that. I think that there should be a better terminology for that. But, you know, semantics. Generally speaking, the idea is just acknowledging that, hey, there are benefits that you have as a white person, or rather, there are disadvantages that I don't have to face because I'm white, that people who are especially black, but maybe even other skin colors, do have to face because they're not white. There are certain ways that they are disadvantaged and certain ways that I am advantaged simply because of the color of my skin. And that's not right. That is something to look at and to criticize and to figure out how we can fix those kind of issues. But it's not this idea that white people are evil. That's just a very rudimentary, that's a child's understanding of the matter.
I've said it, the most Nazi-like activities I've seen, and the Nazis, in my view, were thugs that shook people down, did a lot of really bad things.
But they did good things too. We're going to stop dissing the Nazis all the time.
And so it begins. Ye, they did good things too. We got to stop dissing the Nazis all the time. Let's continue.
Okay. We're going to get to that.
Watch my accounts because they've been frozen by the Jewish banks. So I need to watch my meals.
Well, CNN says white people are evil Nazis, so I mean, I disagree with both statements, but I get the frozen.
I don't like the word evil next to Nazis. I think we need to look at.
What I love here too is you can see. Look at the reaction with Alex here.
I get the frozen.
I don't like the word evil next to Nazis. I think we need to look at.
Oh my goodness! Just because you don't like one group doesn't mean the other. But look, it's
I
fine.
love
This is amazing. This whole thing, Alex is basically trying to help Yi rephrase different things, be like, oh, you don't really mean that. You don't want to say it that way. You don't want to give the game away, because that's really what it's about, right? Not giving away the game. And he's like, no, I mean it. I mean it. He'll say exactly what he means in a moment here.
Jewish people, but I also love Nazis.
Right there. There you go. Great example. He's. Oh God. Whoops.
Oh man. Well, I have to disagree with that. But listen, we're gonna go to break.
Ukraine and Russia.
Oh my God! It doesn't even show. Let me see if I can find. Wait. Can I find it? Oh, here it is. Look at this. They cut out part of that here. I want to show. This is amazing. Watch.
I gotta watch my. I don't like. I love Nazis.
I have to disagree with that. But listen, I'm the break. I'm the crazy one here. We're all crazy. The whole world's crazy, and the whole power structure's coming down. This is absolutely lit. This is lit. So
look at this. He is freaking out here. He's like, all right. We're gonna go to we're gonna go to break. I don't want to deal with this right now. We're gonna go to break. This is crazy. Everyone is crazy. This is lit, guys. This is so, and he's freaking out because he knows how this is making him look. He knows that Yi is making him look bad because he's giving the game away.
I haven't really seen so much of that in the news. I'm, of course, pro-Putin. I'm very pro-Russia.
There you go. There's also Nick Fuentes, very open white supremacist Nazi, saying he's pro-Putin, pro-Russia. So anyone that wants to try and say, it's anti-progressive to be pro-Russian watch that get clipped out of context. It's anti-progressive to be against Russia or anything like that. There you have it.
I am also.
Let's go. Yeah. You see that this is just an extension of the United States neocon establishment, New World Order type stuff.
You're not a Nazi.
No, you're not a neocon. You're a Nazi.
You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about Hitler also. I love everyone, and Jewish people are not going to tell me you can love us, and you can love what we're doing to you with the contracts, and you can love what we're pushing with the pornography. But this guy that invented,
I have no idea what that clip was from, by the way. Full disclosure, the only things that I've ever, the only films, fictional films I've ever seen that have had any historical fiction about the Holocaust were The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, very sad movie, as well as the beginning of X-Men First Class. That's about it. There was also this movie, I don't know if I saw the whole thing or just a clip from it, but it was about this guy who, at the end of it, he was he told his son he was going to be okay as they took him away, and he was dancing and trying to make it look like it was a fun thing to his son, until they took him away from his son, and then they killed him. He wanted to leave his son with a good memory of him. It was a really sweet, heartfelt moment and film, but I can't remember what that was off the top of my head. I think it was foreign. I don't think it was produced in America.
Highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician. You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything good, and I'm done with that. I'm done with the classification.
Wait, what was that?
Ever did anything good that I use as a musician. Invented highways, invented the very microphone. This guy that you can love what we're pushing with the pornography, but this guy that invented highways, invented the very microphone that I use as a musician. You can't say out loud that this person ever did anything.
Oh, pushing with the pornography. Again, I've talked about this before, but that's very much part of the Jewish question too. The conspiracy that the Jews essentially invented and are running really all of entertainment, but especially pornography, in order to do what? Make men weak. Because a lot of Nazism, a lot of conservatism, but a lot of alt-right, extreme right-wing mentality is based on male insecurity. That's why you also have this idea that, oh, they're going to replace us. They're taking your women. They're, the idea that the strong virile black man is taking the white woman. All that kind of stuff. It's all Nazi talking point bullshit, based off of and perpetuating male insecurities.
Good. And I'm done with that. I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Christ, especially Hitler. Oh my, no. Oh my god, like, I mean, what do you do? Like,
It's like he had a really cool outfit and stuff, and he was a really good architect. And
So you're in love with the architect?
Architect? It wasn't even him that designed. Does he mean the camp? Oh my god. It wasn't even him that designed the camps. Hitler wasn't. Oh god, I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be my fucking search history now. What did he do? I know he did paintings. Did he do architecture? Nazi architecture. Oh boy. I mean, okay, I guess. It's all just kind of square and blocky and kind of boring. Okay. I mean, it's... Oh, whatever. Oh, this is a model of his plan formulated under the... Okay. Alright, whatever. Sure.
The look of it.
And he didn't kill 6 million Jews. That's just like factually incorrect.
Guys, get the Ronald Reagan clip they showed me yesterday. Sorry, go ahead. Ronald Reagan.
So now, and now we have him here actually going against the idea, the reality of history that, and look, I think the actual number was 6 million, probably somewhere around there. But people will say Nick Fuentes, for example. I'll see if I can find it. Here, we'll just. No, that wasn't the one. Well, I mean, there is this great video too about Trump dinner guest Nick Fuentes versus Fox News. Is that the one? Oh yeah, it's showing how similar he is to the stuff said on Fox News.
They say
Let me find out actually what is the actual number. Oh my god, this is gonna be in my fucking search history. Oh boy. World War II. Oh my god. Oh, I just want a number, man. At least 5 million. Yeah. So yeah, that was my thought. It was there was quite possibly a lot more, or at least a decent amount more. But this whole, like, I don't even understand this. I don't know. I just this complete anti-historical, anti-imperialist mentality that a lot of these people have. I don't get it. Here, this is the thing I'm talking about, though. See if I can find this joke in it.
America, they say, diversity is our strength.
How precisely is diversity our strength?
You got to recognize the fact that this is a godless country.
I hate it.
You're right. They're godless. That is exactly right. I never talk like that, but it's true.
Black people are violent, you know?
They have chaos and violence in their communities.
Send the military into these black neighborhoods, make the streets safe, they'll complain about it. It doesn't matter.
We should send in.
Just to be clear, by the way, Nick Fuentes has been banned off of like everything. He streams on some website that I don't even know what the website is, but he doesn't. He's not on any mainstream outlets anymore because of this. The way he talks.
The troops if necessary to restore order.
Enough with the Jim Crow stuff. Who cares? Oh, to drink out of a different water fountain. Big fucking deal.
Oh, the legacy of Jim Crow. That was 67 years ago. It is ancient history now.
Russia. Can we give a round of applause for Russia?
See, they love Russians.
And why should
I mean, specifically, there's nothing wrong with Russian people. They love Russia in the conflict against the Ukraine.
root for Russia, which I am.
The fundamentals of our worldview, a society where boys and girls get married as teenagers and start having kids.
We need these ladies to get married. And it's time to fall in love and just settle down. Guys, go put a ring on it.
And they have big families and a high birth rate.
We have to do something to increase our birth rate, or the vacuum that's created will be filled by people that don't believe in our values.
We live in a...
I believe that rhetoric, by the way, is largely why they are really trying to get rid of abortion. And let's be honest, birth control in general, because they want to force, when I say they, I mean these conservatives, these people on Fox News and stuff, they want to force us to have children, even if we don't want to or we're not ready to or what have you.
A big Middle Eastern bazaar. We're a big fucking Middle Eastern bazaar.
What does that even matter? Okay, the funny, again, it's not, well, it is released at the time of recording, but I haven't actually edited it yet and everything. But I just did a thing on this too, where some British government dude, Nigel Farage, yeah, did this whole thing talking about how horrible it is that the white people are being replaced in England. And, you know, my whole stance on that is like, what difference does it make? If we all become some mix of brown, like whatever, we're all just shades of orange. Like, what the fuck difference does it make? Why is it so important to people like him and to people like Nick here? Why does it matter?
With people sitting on blankets and selling cockroaches on sticks!
We have a moral obligation to
Jesus Christ.
admit the world's poor, they tell us, even if it makes our own country poorer and dirtier and more divided.
And white people are done being bullied!
Discriminating against and denigrating, just denigrating white people.
We aren't being denigrated. We aren't. If anything, we as a class are being held to account for certain things that we might need to acknowledge and improve upon in order to make things better for the world at large and our country at large. But white people are not being discriminated against. Well, what the fuck is this shit?
Gotta get in there and never leave. Elect Trump one more time and then stop having elections.
Yeah, that's called a dictatorship.
President for life, that sounds good. Maybe we're gonna have to try it.
Yeah, and look at these people fucking cheering him on. I remember in like 2015, people were talking about, conservatives were talking about the same kind of thing. They were saying, oh, Obama's going to try and he's going to become president for life. He's going to make himself be a king. There's not going to be any more elections after him. And yet...
President for life.
Okay, that's not the one about his... I'm not sure how to find his oven joke, Nick Fuentes. Oh, boy. No... Oh my god. I hate that these are in my fucking search history. I'm gonna be on a watch list. I'm going against all this horrible Nazi bullshit. Look at this. I do, you know what though? I do like this. I do like these context things that pop up. It's even on this video here. With this, context about the Holocaust. That's good. I do like that it does that. All right, forget it. We're not going to find this thing.
Reagan said that too. Well, I think Hitler did target and kill some people. So I think,
some people, just a few.
I think Obama killed Palestinians.
No, I hear you. Here's where I think the frustration is. And Nick, you can comment on this.
And Obama was not the first black president. He was another Jewish
president.
Hitler
was a good.
Christ on a bike. Obama wasn't black, he was Jewish. No, he was black. He is black. What the fuck? Now, could he have been? He wasn't, but could he have been Jewish religion? Yes. Can someone? But here's the thing, too, right? It's really crazy how people talk about this stuff because it's like, you can be Jewish as a nationality or a religion. Jesus himself was Jewish as far as nationality goes. He was a practicing Jew, too. But it's like you, to these fucking anti-Semites, you can't be, if you're white, if you're Jewish, then you can't be white. If you're white, then you can't be Jew. It's like your Jewish just like cancels out your whiteness or something. It's I don't know. It's fucking crazy. It doesn't make sense, and it's not supposed to make sense.
Good guy. I get the Hugo Boss uniforms, amazing. But I mean, just because you're in love with the design, you're a designer. Can we just kind of say like you like the uniforms, but that's about it?
There's a lot of things that I love about Hitler.
There it is. Look at that. Oh my fucking god.
A lot of.
And these, oh my god. And fucking Nick here. Nick was on this podcast too. He's fucking eating it up. Alex Jones is over here like, I'm fucked. Nick is over here like, yeah, man, fucking say it. Yeah. Oh my god.
Let me just say this in closing. I've done a lot of study. I think Hitler was a really bad guy, and I repudiate what Hitler did. I understand that the British intelligence set him up and used him.
Also, I haven't even talked about this yet, by the way, but what is with this fucking getup that Kanye has? He's wearing like what are those things called? A morph suit. He's wearing a black morph suit. Why? Like, I don't know.
I like Hitler.
I don't like Hitler. And I know you're trying to be shocking with that.
I'm not trying.
I'm glad that Alex Jones will outright say I don't like him. That's good. That's good. Christ.
Trying to be shocking. I like Hitler. I do not. The Holocaust is not what happened. Let's look at the facts of that. And Hitler has a lot of redeeming qualities.
So tell us, you think Hitler was the good guy in World War II?
I think God says man should not kill. We should not have wars, period. None of us should be killing anybody. Ukraine.
All right. I do want to clear up something real quick. In regards to the thou shalt not kill whole thing. It's thou shalt not murder. This is something that I struggled with and tried to understand when I was a believer as well. But basically the idea is like, because you can think about that like, well, what if it's in self-defense? What if it's, for your country? Of course, those are exceptions, especially, and the biggest exception, of course, if God tells you to do it. That makes everything okay.
In the streets of Chicago, all violence should stop and we should all serve Christ. That's what I feel. And I feel like I love everyone accordingly, from all the way from the Balenciagas to the Hitlers.
Let me tell you a story.
Hold on, sir.
Okay.
To Ari Emanuel, to Jamie Dimon, to the people who...
What the fuck? Why are we... Was this on his show? Did Hitler have any... What are some good or great things about... Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Also, I am terribly sorry for this warning sensor you're hearing right now, nothing's fucking around with your, what do you call it? Like your computer or your phone, however you're watching this. Nothing's fucking with mine. This is in the video.
What's that? They want to
That like emergency broadcast sound.
separate and confuse the Christians and make us afraid to stand next to each other. A Christian can stand next to anyone. We can go visit R. Kelly in prison. We can go talk to Harvey Weinstein.
That's what Jesus did.
Yes, because Jesus can save everyone. But if the Zionists can get us so afraid that they're going to do what they've been doing to me, attempting to put me in jail, freeze my accounts, smearing me on the media, you know, all of these things, you know, you put on the whole armor of God and they will not be able to break your spirit.
Jesus Christ. I don't even I don't even I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know how to respond to that. I really don't. I mean, he needs to go back on the meds. He's lost it. He really has. I can only imagine what his PR team and his the doctor that was giving him medication and everything before, what they must be thinking when they see things like this. They're like, "Yep, I was right."
I mean, I'm in the twilight zone right now.
Netanyahu, what do you have to say? What do you have to say to Alex Jones right now, Nick Fuentes and Ye? It was bad. It was bad for Trump to meet with Nick and Ye. Okay. I had no idea your voice is going to sound like that, Netanyahu.
So you don't like Benjamin Netanyahu?
I just heard about this guy 2 weeks ago since like the tweet, and I thought he had a funny name.
So I had no idea what the fuck that was. Man's just talking, using a net as a puppet, with a bottle of Yahoo chocolate milk next to him. Well, I looked up Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel politician who served as the 9th minister of Israel from 1996 to 1999, and again from 2009 to 2021. He's expected to return as prime minister following the 2022 Israeli legislative election. So he's like the main guy, if you will, of Israel. So why is Kanye speaking bad about him? Because Israel, Jewish people. He's openly a Nazi. I have a few things to say in closing here. One, I want to find, here it is. I don't need this one. I don't think we need that anymore. We'll put that up there for the Jewish community leaders react to, well, this.
Won't see any tweets from Ye this morning. The rapper who changed his name from Kanye West had his Twitter account suspended again.
So it happened after West posted an anti-Semitic image just hours after praising Adolf Hitler. Eyewitness News reporter Marcela Bayeto joining us live from Independence Mall. And Marcela, this is a story that understandably has a lot of people outraged and also concerned. This is extremely disturbing to hear, Marcela. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Janelle. Yes, we're live outside of the National Jewish Museum here on Independence Hall. Now, this is following those anti-Semitic comments made by Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, and many within the Jewish community are now speaking out and reacting to those remarks. More shocking statements from Ye, who legally changed his name from Kanye West. Ye praised Hitler.
Oh, he legally changed. I thought he was just doing like a... Rappers change their name all the... A lot of artists in general change their name all the time. I thought he was just changing his stage name. He changed his actual name to Ye. All right, whatever.
As he appeared on InfoWars, an internet radio show hosted by conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. He wore a full black mask over his face during the hours-long segment as he delivered a series of vile anti-Semitic statements.
I see good things about Hitler.
Okay, are we just going to go through the... Yeah, we're just going to go through the things that I talked about.
Appearing on the show, white supremacist Nick Fuentes.
It's the most frightening thing. This is happening in the greatest country on the planet. What we have to do is condemn it. We have to make sure that these three people are isolated and pay the price for stating that.
Just last week, Ye and Fuentes attended a dinner hosted by former President Donald Trump at his Mar-a-Lago resort and home.
Nick Fuentes is a racist, an anti-Semite, and someone who revels in just saying hateful, bigoted
I like this, by the way. It could happen here. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
things against Jews and other minorities.
My opinion is that former President Trump must condemn the fact that he invited two of them and came there and he hugged them. Who are you hugging? You're hugging people that, if they were in charge, would begin again another final solution.
In the weeks and months leading up to Ye's dinner with the former president, his anti-Semitic statements led major brands like Adidas and Balenciaga to drop him from their partnerships. Overnight, new Twitter owner Elon Musk suspended Ye's account.
By the way, just real quick, if anyone's curious on my thoughts about the Balenciaga photo shoot that seemed kind of weird, yeah, I think it's pretty weird. I don't think it's some weird, awful, horrible conspiracy thing, but I do think it's pretty weird what they were doing in the photo shoot. Wouldn't be surprised if it was some kind of shock publicity kind of thing, but yes, I do think the photo shoot was weird. We're not getting into that right now because that's not what this is about.
After the rapper posted a picture of the Star of David intertwined with a swastika, Musk saying the post violated the company's rule against inciting violence. Now, Ye has...
Yeah, there was actually... We'll get to that in a moment. Let me see if I can find it on Twitter again here. I saw it earlier. I don't... If I can find it. This is the image they're talking about. Ye24, love everyone, hashtag love speech. For those that can't see it, it's literally a swastika with the Jewish star.
Has more than 32 million followers on Twitter, and many within the Jewish community believe that his remarks could lead to possible violence. Live on Independence Hall, I'm Marcella Baeta, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
It's really upsetting to hear that, Marcella. Thank you for that report.
So, since this occurred, I love the First Amendment. Long live ye. I pray to Jesus that Elon is for real. And then we have this person, Kim.com. You were right about criticizing the collusion of Jewish business people in the entertainment and media industry. The overreaction you received wasn't warranted. But with your statements about Hitler, you just handed them everything they need to shut you out forever. It's over. So, what does all of this mean? And where do we go moving forward? This is a good thing and a bad thing. We'll start with why this is a bad thing. This is a bad thing because it means that the alt-right, the people who are, let's be clear, hateful, bigoted, all sorts of deplorable things, They are becoming more and more comfortable with their rhetoric. They're becoming more comfortable with letting the mask slip more and more. And people that still support people like Yi here are outright saying, we don't disagree with what you said, but you can't take it that far. You can't actually say those things yet. It's bad because they're getting more comfortable with saying these horrible things, with the dehumanizing language, with the conspiracies, with all of that crazy bullshit. But there's a lightness in the dark. There's a light in the darkness, however that phrase goes. And that light is that the general population, including more middle ground, we'll say conservatives, don't like Nazis at all. While it is sad that many people need to have somebody like Yi openly say that they're a Nazi to understand, hey, this guy's a Nazi, it is, for one, good that they are doing so, or it is good that they can get that message finally, however they need to hear it. And if this is how it needs to be done, if this is what people need to help them wake up, I think it's possible, not guaranteeing it, but it is possible that this could be the last straw for Republicans, the general Republican Party, not like your average Republican voter, but the general Republican Party, hiding behind dog whistles and being forced to come out about what they really believe, causing the majority of people in America and all over the world to really take a look at where they stand and where they want to be on the side of history. I think that this could be the beginning of the end for political relevance for people like Yi, Trump, maybe even DeSantis. The beginning of the end for political relevancy of the Republican Party. The beginning of the end for political relevancy for bigots and hateful people. The beginning of positive, true progressive change. As always, though, these are just my thoughts. Let me know what yours are in the comments down below. Subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date. Follow me on social media for more. Links in the description below. Leave a like if you like, and if not, I genuinely hope you find something to do like. Take care of each other out there, guys. Be kind in the comments. Be kind in general. Peace and love.